Good morning, ghouls and ghosties, and welcome to Halloween 1st, otherwise known as October 1st. Today is the first day of VLOGOWEEN. This is my first time attempting VLOGOWEEN, and I'm really excited about it. If you're new here or you don't know like what VLOGOWEEN is, it's like when people do Vlogmas. I feel like back in the day, people used to do that for like every month, and it was kind of just a way for people to be like daily vloggers, is just pretend you're doing it. It is that in October, I'm gonna be vlogging every single day. I'm going to be filming all of the fun, ooky, spooky, kooky things that we do throughout the month. And then each Friday, a vlog is gonna go up for the week, and it's gonna show you guys what I did that week, because of course I have tons of fantastic things planned for this October, including even today. Today is Sunday the 1st, and we are going to be going to a pumpkin patch fall festival. Now, the only problem with that today is that it is expected to be 86 degrees outside. I think this is the warmest welcome to October we've ever gotten, and it's honestly really disappointing because I really like to wear a really fun spooky outfit each year when we go to this, and I am not going to be able to do that this year. I'm not even sure if I can wear more than this t-shirt. A flannel would be way too hot, trench coat would be way too hot, a leather jacket would be way too hot, so I am at least wearing this t-shirt. But it's disappointing. So we go to this place every single year, and last year we actually went October 2nd, and I had no clue that we were so like similarly timed to last year. If you can't tell, I do still have my allergies running rampant, so if my eyes look watery or if my throat sounds a little scratchy, that's why. We also have other things coming up this week, like a wine tasting themed around a Halloween wine that's coming out. I believe this weekend we have something as well. I don't know, but obviously it's me, guys. Like, there's stuff basically every day that has to do with spooky season. I hope you guys are excited, and I hope that your October is starting off well. Obviously, you're seeing this once we are a week into October, so I hope your October is starting super good. It's horrifying and sad and scary to me, honestly, that it's already October. I kind of like, it's hard to say because I'm glad it is, because it's my favorite month of the entire year, but at the same time, I kind of like wish it wasn't already, because I feel like this has moved so fast, and within like 31 days, it's all gonna be done already, and that makes me literally so sad. But it's fun to finally get started on some of these events that I've been looking forward to all year. This morning, I am going to Target. Target has a bunch of like really good deals that just started today, including Halloween costume deals and Halloween Texas Chainsaw Massacre, including Halloween costume accessories. And not only do I need them for my normal costume, which I don't think they'll have all the pieces I need, but I also need them for the wine tasting on Wednesday. It is also apparently a costume contest, and I have the best. Oh, someone's cutting down. Someone's cutting down a tree. It is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but it's killing a tree. I have a really good idea for the costume contest, and I will tell you that I think on Wednesday and tell you why I think I'm gonna win, because it does say like huge prize for the like winner, so hopefully I just get like a bunch of like fun wine. But I'm gonna go to Target now, and I'll show you guys anything ooky, spooky, and kooky that I pick up. There definitely is gonna be some stuff. Let's begin VLOGOWEEN. I'm nervous, but I'm also excited, so let's get going to Target. Okay, so I'm attempting to wear a spooky sweater vest, and we're gonna see if we can survive in this. But I just remembered that because it's hot, I'm not gonna, I feel like a giant. Like, I literally, because it's hot, I'm not, why does this thing feel so much lower than it usually does? Because it's so freaking hot, I am not even gonna be able to wear my like spooky pumpkin Doc Martens to the fall festival. This is so awful. Why would someone go to a fall festival when it's hot? I know why, because I bought the tickets like a month ago. Ugh, and I picked the hottest day. And also, I was really hoping to put up my 12-foot Infernal Pumpkin today. I think it's gonna be too hot for that. We'll see. Maybe I'll have time. But tonight we have plans to watch Over the Garden Wall. We're gonna rewatch the entire season because, I mean, each episode's like 10, 12 minutes. We did watch it September 1st, and now we're gonna watch it October 1st because I can't handle only watching it once in a season, or I get too sad when it's over. There's probably a couple things like that, like the Garfield Halloween special. It's hard for me to only watch that once. Or like the SpongeBob Halloween episode, especially because they're so short. I'm like, I get my 15 minutes of watching it, and then it's over for a year. But that's what we're gonna do tonight. We also need to catch up on Only Murders in the Building. We love that show. And then we are almost done rewatching Scream Queens, which I also would like to finish up if we have time to do that, but that's kind of a lot of watching, so I kind of doubt we'll do all that tonight. October, we really need to plan out like the movies that we really want to watch, because there's so many. Oh, there's a pumpkin in the road, all smashed. What's going on? It's hot, and there's a pumpkin that passed away. Why is this happening? This feels like a terrible nightmare of it being like July 1st. I don't know how much of this is making it in, but the beginning of the video is just gonna be really rambly of me kind of telling you guys what to expect and just me getting excited about all the things that October has to offer. But each Tuesday, I guess I'll tell you now, because we're actually in a VLOGOWEEN video, each Tuesday I'm going to do something in these videos called Talk or Treat. What I'm gonna do is sit down with some spooky snacks like candy corn, and I'm just gonna chit chat with you about like a random spooky topic. I have a couple written down already. Like, I would like to talk about spooky nostalgia at some point and talk about some like old commercials that I really liked, or some old things that have kind of like went away over the years that I liked as a kid around Halloween. I'm gonna talk one time about the letdowns and the victories when it comes to stores and their Halloween decor this year. Have you guys seen that video online of how the Target giant pumpkin head guy, he's an animatronic and he has a bunch of lines, and one of his lines is, "I am not a jack-o'-lantern. My name is Lewis." I'm like, what does that mean?
I am not a jack-o'-lantern. My name is Lewis.
Okay, stop babbling, Jack. Let's go to Target. Here is a look at the spooky Starbucks cups that they have at this Starbucks in my Target. I didn't pick up too much spooky stuff, but here's the spooky stuff I got at Target. Target was kind of crazy, so I didn't film anything in there really. But I got some black face paint, makeup, glow in the dark, because that has a big part to do with the costume that I'm gonna do Wednesday. I got some fake blood. For trick-or-treaters, I got these bubble sets, because these were 30% off. Otherwise, they were a little too expensive and I wouldn't have bought them, but at 30% off, I thought that was a good deal. Now I think I have everything for the trick-or-treater like goodie bags we're gonna be giving out. They also had this pumpkin granola on clearance, which I love this stuff. They finally had a sale on the Charlie Brown cereal because I've been wanting to try it all season. I don't actually think I've ever tried Count Chocula, so I will finally be trying it. And then I got this little light up black kind of haunted house situation. I am actually going to keep this for Christmas as kind of a gothic, more modern Christmas decor piece. If you put like bottle brush trees around it or something, I think that'd be cute. It was 30% off. I thought that was a good deal. We are on our way.
Off we go.
To Seavers. I guess I haven't made it clear, but the place is called Seavers. So if you're in Minnesota or have been to, you might have heard of Seavers. That is the pumpkin patch we're going to. It is currently 84. So
it's a little hot. It's a little warm.
Our outfits aren't as fall-esque as I would like, but
I think you're gonna melt.
We're doing the best that we can. So off to Seavers with us. Seavers is a family-owned farm out kind of in the middle of nowhere in Minnesota. It is close to actually the area where I go to the gym. They have a pumpkin patch, they have a corn maze, they have all kinds of fun stuff in the fall. There's actually a different pumpkin farm that I'll be buying all of my pumpkins from later in the month. We will be going in about the middle of October. They have amazing, very unique pumpkins and they have super good prices, but I still like to look at the ones at Seavers. So I did decide to wear my boots. Here's a look at my outfit today. It did get pretty warm after a while, but it was worth it. They have a guide to everything you can do here. They do have food concession stands and drink stands. I always love to pick up a Wild State cider, and Ryan got himself an IPA. This year, their theme is robots, so they made the Seavers 2000 robot, and they have other robot details throughout. They have a couple vendor stands, and they always have these shipping boxes with this really cute, very over-the-garden wall looking pumpkin on it. Ryan and I love to do the corn maze first, so that's where we headed, and of course, that was robot themed too. Then we got lunch, and the lunch was just hot dogs and french fries, but honestly, for being at a festival, they weren't that expensive, so that's okay. And since we weren't able to stay as long as we wanted due to the heat, we ended up going to a local brewery. We had never been to this place, so we hung out and played Skippo. We were gonna have a night of getting Taco Bell, but we've turned into having our own tacos because our Taco Bell's under construction and closed at 5 today.
Yay.
But this will be good anyways. No, the M&Ms are not involved in the tacos. As we had planned, we ended our night watching the new Only Murders in the Building episode and watching the entire season of Over the Garden Wall. Hello, ghouls and ghosties. It's the morning. I'm actually walking into the gym right now. That's how I'm starting today. Not the most exciting way, but I don't think I have anything really fun planned today. I have a lot of work to do, so we'll see how much footage I actually get today. Like I just said to you guys, so I unfortunately don't have much fun ookie spooky cookie activities planned for the day. I'm actually now done with the gym, and I'm on my way to do some work. I have a lot of work to get done because it's a Monday. It's actually today going to be freaking 90 degrees again. Apparently in the history of like Minnesota weather tracking, we've had a total of 4 days in October ever that have been 90. And yesterday reached 90 and today is gonna be 90. So we are breaking records in all of the worst freaking ways. I wanna wear my flannels. I wanna wear my leather jacket. I wanna wear sweatshirts. And I'm not able to, so that's not very fun. But I'm on my way to work. I will show you guys if something fun pops up. I mean, I'll catch you guys at some point today. We're definitely finishing Scream Queens tonight for sure. And then we'll be moving on to all of my favorite Halloween movies after that, which I'm really, really excited about. Let's get it going. Let's get working. Let's get through this miserable, miserable summer and October day. Well, here's the most fall activity I've done today is make a leaf pile in the 90-degree weather. I'm just getting some leaves ready for garbage day tomorrow. Otherwise, I wish I could put up the Inferno today. It's just way too hot. I also need some new stakes for him. Here's a look at my mums. I got this mum in this Joann's pot. I mixed red with yellow, and then on the other side of our garage I have the same thing, but I think I'm gonna put up Inferno tomorrow. I gotta get some more stakes so he doesn't blow over, even though it's not supposed to be windy or anything, but I just want to make sure he doesn't. Here's one of my favorite things so far this year, this street sign from Target. It is so freaking cute. I love it so much. Otherwise, here's kind of a look at the front. We got the two skellies, Bat and Pumpkinhead, the little tins from Target over the past 2 years. I'm gonna keep cleaning up these leaves, but yeah, tomorrow I think I'm gonna put Inferno up, and I'm gonna get some more stakes tomorrow morning. Hello ghouls and ghosties, welcome to the 3rd and welcome to Tuesday. So today I do have a couple spooky things on the agenda, even though right now I'm actually just editing. These are blue light glasses. I don't need real glasses, but I do really like having blue light glasses so my eyes don't kill me. Anyways, so today we are gonna do some talk or treating coming up in a little bit after probably a couple more clips, but otherwise today I really would like to put the Inferno pumpkin up. Last night I did not get any steaks for him, and I don't know if I'm gonna have time to today, but actually we don't have really any wind forecasted, and obviously he comes with steaks, so I might just make myself like within this week get steaks since there's no bad weather coming. And as long as I do that, I think he'll be okay, because I really want to get him up. We have a neighbor who has all kinds of Halloween stuff up the street. It's another like couple that I think is a similar age to Ryan and I, and they have 2 skeletons up and they have a bunch of the Home Depot like beasts, and I'm like, okay. So now we have competition. I need to get my Inferno up quick, and I wasn't maybe even gonna put the 12-foot mummy up this year, but now that there's competition, I might have to. I'm gonna do some work and then we're gonna get Motaten. This is a really random thing I might do today. I might go to a store called Half Price Books. I'm sure that most of you have them around you, but it's like a resale bookstore. And okay, I'm not a reader, so don't get it twisted. I wish I was, but I just like, I'm not. I despise reading. But I want to get some like, if I can find some ooky spooky like books to have on our bookshelf year round. I actually just recently ordered a really cool hardcover copy of Dracula by Bram Stoker that I'm gonna put on our bookshelf year round. But I kind of just want to go look if they have like a spooky section. I guess if I were to be open to reading a book, I'd like to read a like Halloween book, but we'll see. I don't know. That's a really odd stop for me. Not something that I would normally do, but I just have the idea in my mind and now I might do it. So Inferno today for sure. We're gonna talk or treat later. I think the topic for this week's talk or treat is going to be vintage Halloween, Halloween memories, and like childhood Halloween things that I just kind of want to talk about. I'm excited. I hope you guys are. I'm excited for a more ooky spooky day, even though it's still freaking 80, I think 6 is predicted today. Tomorrow starts the real fall weather, which is perfect timing because that is the 19 Crimes Frankenstein Dracula costume contest Halloween wine tasting, and I can't freaking wait for that. Okay, so see you in a sec. Okay, ghouls and ghosties, so it is about noon now, and I am working my way through my work to-do list. I do have once again another, I wonder if I can get this. Here's the neighbor's house. I have no, I'll see when I'm editing if I got any of that, but they have the creature of the, oh, another person put out some decor. So cute. They have the creature of the night, they have 2 skellies, they have the lunging scarecrow, they have all kinds of stuff. Anyways, I have a ton of packages behind me, packages next to me to drop off, and the mail, the post office that I'm going to is in the city where the Half Price Books is, and then there is a Goodwill. I might stop in, and if I do, obviously they all have Halloween sections out now, so I could show you guys those. I was editing the main channel video, which was me and my mom and my brother going to Goodwill together. That was fun. But yeah, I am, so much stuff to do. We have a lot to do. Before this video goes up, an Instagram post is gonna go up on my Instagram, which is always linked below in case you're interested in checking that out. It is related to my business, but it's also like spooky. I use it almost as like a personal and a business Instagram. We also have been in the process of planning our wedding that is happening this month. And I know I can say that now because I know we've made the post, the Instagram post, by the time that this went up, but we actually got legally married in June, and then we are having an actual wedding with like family and stuff on the 28th of this month. And Ryan has a full-time job now, so actually it's just been me planning everything and putting everything together. And of course there's like a spooky vibe to our wedding, so I've been collecting stuff for that all season. This has been the wildest year, and at some point we're gonna do a Q&A on the main channel where we talk about just everything, because this year has been a roller coaster ride that is not over yet, but we're getting close, and I feel like 2024 is going to be like an early retirement for me because, like, wow, this has been a lot. 2023. Okay, so anyways, I'm gonna stop by Half Price Books. There's a couple books I'm looking for. I'm hoping they have like a Halloween or spooky or horror section. That'd be awesome. I would love to get a few of my childhood favorite books as well as hardcovers. There's this one called The Big Pumpkin, and I would love to find that as a hardcover. And then the book Popcorn is a Halloween book that is like my favorite Halloween book ever. And then when we get back, we're gonna do the talk or treat, okay? Because I should have already done that, but I've been working. So we're gonna do that when I get back. These just make me so happy. Oh, there's, okay, I hope they laid their 2 skeletons down, because if not, they both fell, and that would make me so sad. Seeing all of the Halloween decorated houses is making me so happy. I think there's one around this corner, if I'm not mistaken. There he is. Oh, look at him. He's like, what? I just be going in here to look because I left my wallet at home. Goodwill takes Apple Pay, but I'm pretty sure Half Price Books does not, so. In the front of the store, they had a section of spooky books. These, I think, were the new books, not pre-loved ones, so they were a bit pricier, and they weren't really the ones that I was looking for. In the back, I found the child book sections, which of course is where the books that I was looking for would be. Well, at least the books like Big Pumpkin and Popcorn. Flipping through them, I just love to see the cover art of all these books. Here's Halloween Scare in Iowa book, which is where Ryan is from, so I thought that was kind of funny. Looking through them, I actually did recognize a handful of them from when I was a kid, which made me really happy. Like this one, The Little Lady Who Was Not Afraid of Anything. I definitely read that one every year with my dad. Then I moved on to the horror section because I was looking for a nice copy of Frankenstein and of course a nice copy of Dracula. Total score, we found this really cool version of Dracula. It was $10. I felt like that was a great deal. I don't think I could get it any cheaper online, so I did actually pick that up because they did take Apple Pay. Thank goodness. We had a Halloween. They took Apple Pay, so I got a cool version of Dracula, even though I did just order a different cool version. I can read about witches because it's a vintage kids book. And this Screaming Skull, because it just looks really cool. It looks like one of those Home Goods, like, fake books. The I Can Read About Witches book is from 1975, and it has this really cool, like, art style to it. I am fairly certain that from Goodwill, I have I Can Read About Ghosts, so I'm actually even more happy that I found this. Goodwill number 1. Let's see what kind of spooky finds we've got today. Our Goodwills have Halloween costume sections where they will sometimes throw Halloween t-shirts into, so I love to check that section first. There were some really cool costumes, honestly, the Headless Horseman and this spooky scarecrow, though they were for boys, but I thought they were quite cool, and as a kid, I would have loved those. They also had a section of decor, but nothing really stood out to me, except this little Beanie Baby. He used to be my favorite when I was a little kid. So I decided to treat myself to a pumpkin coffee just because I actually haven't eaten lunch today. Ryan and I have a date night tonight, and usually we eat a lot of food for date night, so I usually don't eat lunch on date night days. And today we're going to a Mexican restaurant that's gonna be super good. It's like our favorite place to go. But I got a coffee and I am at the Goodwill number 2, and then we're gonna go home and talk or treat. Let's see if there's any good spooky stuff in this Goodwill. Happy to see the gnomes where they belong, and that is in a place where they have been abandoned and donated. I don't really understand the dabbing ghost t-shirt. That's kind of questionable, but this store also had a section of Halloween clothing, though most of it was for kids. The Halloween section was quite empty at this one. They did have a Ray Dunn piece though, this canister, though it's not really my style, so I passed. I think the first order of business should be to put the new books on the bookshelf. Like I said, I did get the Witches, I Can Read About Witches kids book from 1975, this beautiful Dracula book, and the Screaming Skull. Dracula I kind of want to like have visible. I honestly wouldn't mind if the Screaming Skull was also. I swear to you guys, I have the ghost version. Honestly, I might have the ghost version of this like down with some of my vintage decor that I don't always put out because it's like really old stuff and I never want it damaged. I might have from like an antique store got the ghost one. But I guarantee you, hopefully I'm putting it up here if there is like a ghost one of this and I'm not crazy because I feel like I have a ghost version of this. I want Dracula visible, which is gonna be too low for you guys, but in a second when I move the camera, you'll be able to see it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Remember how I just said to you guys that this one looks like one of the Home Goods like storage box fake books? Remember how I did buy one of those this year, Book of Poisons? Are you kidding me? Look at that. It's literally based off of the cover. I could not have been better at clocking this. Are you freaking kidding me? Look at how similar they look. It's the same skeletons, the same skull and frame. That is so wild. Now I'm like, I didn't need to spend, what, $6 on the fake one. Now I got the real one. Let's begin our talk or treat. Basically, what talk or treat is gonna be is each Tuesday, I am just gonna like sit down with you guys and I'm gonna film for probably like 15, 20 minutes, but I'll chop it down to just like 10 minutes for you guys so it's not too long. And I'm gonna pick a topic each week that's Halloween related and just like chit chat with you guys, reminisce and stir some conversation. If any of you have any input, please feel free to comment it below. This is kind of just like chit chatting about Halloween. I just thought this would be like a really fun way to add a little something into the Vlogoweens. This week's topic is going to be Halloween of yesteryear. In other words, I'm going to talk about some of like the Halloween memories I have. It's going to be probably more like early 2000s Y2K memories because that's when I was a kid, is like between 2004 and like 2012 is probably when these memories are gonna be coming from for me. Yeah, let's jump into it. So each week there's gonna be a treat and it may relate to the topic or it may not. This week, I don't really know if it does, but I chose peanut M&Ms and this isn't a very spooky bag. So I'm gonna put them in this little spider bowl. Start with a few because I probably shouldn't eat like a million of these. I hope you guys have a treat and we're just gonna like chit chat and talk or treat. It's not really or, talk and treat, but you know, trick or treat, talk or treat, whatever. So if I look down, I had to write down some of these so that I could like remember to talk about them. Speaking of books, let's start with books. By the way, there's Dracula right here. Speaking of, this is the copy of Dracula that I ordered online. Beautiful, and I'm not mad to have two copies. This copy's stunning, but this copy's also stunning. Excited. So speaking of books, one of the memories that I have from olden day Halloweens is childhood books, which I kind of talked about earlier when we were going to Half Price Books, so I guess this was like the perfect day to do that. But oh my gosh, I can grab them. I have certain books from my childhood Halloweens that my parents would read to me every single year. I would look forward to it every year, and I told you guys what my two favorites were, being these two. I actually have them out as decor pieces on my coffee table because I love them so much. So my second favorite is Big Pumpkin. It's by Erica Silverman, and I just love this book. It's about all of the monsters of Halloween coming together to pull this pumpkin out of the patch. They even get help from like a bat, they get a ghost, they get Dracula, and each monster is like, I can do it, step back, and then none of them can. And then finally when the little bat helps, they get it pulled. So this is one of my favorite books when I was a kid. Also, it's like an old book. So it has this smell that I have now equated with Halloween so strongly, and it gives me these like nostalgia feels to smell this, which probably makes me sound crazy, but it smells so good and so like Halloween. And weirdest thing ever, I bought a new Keel James Patrick sweater. It's the Salem Halloween sweater. Again, I'll put a picture if you guys, I don't think you guys have seen it yet. I bought the Salem one since my whole thing this year has been haunted house neighborhoods or like spooky house neighborhoods. I thought it was perfect. Also, Ryan and I are planning to honeymoon next year in Salem, so I can wear it there, which will be perfect. So what I was gonna say, That sweater, when I opened it, I kid you not, that sweater smelt like the inside of this book. And I was like, I even held this book up to Ryan, and I held the sweater up to Ryan. And I was like, do these not smell identical? And he agreed. So weird, but it was like a sign. I was like, this is meant to be. And it gave me like goosebumps. It was kind of weird. It was honestly a little odd. Trying to adjust the lighting. I think it just got a little darker, but maybe that's a little spookier. My favorite kids book from when I was a kid reading Halloween books or having my parents read them to me was Popcorn. And Popcorn is by Frank Ash. It is the cutest book. Also, popcorn is literally my favorite food, and it's not because of this. But this book is from 1979, and the art in it is just so adorable and so good. They make popcorn in a cauldron for like their little bear high school Halloween party, and it fills the entire house. Then they all get buried. Okay, I wasn't planning on like actually telling you guys the stories to these. And then they eat it all, and then he goes to bed. And then his mom comes home, and she's like, hey guys, I bought you some popcorn. So, yeah. That's my childhood books. Multiple other ones, but those are the ones that are like super, super nostalgic to me. I love them so much. Speaking of things when I was like a kid at my parents' house for Halloween memories, another M&M. I feel like back in the early 2000s, there was so much more singing decor, like countertop singing decor pieces. I know there's things that make noises now, and there's some stuff that sings, but it's not as like rampant. Some of the Target stuff plays a song, but it doesn't sing. And it's not like licensed songs, it's just like little tunes, or it just talks. Back in the day, my mom and dad had two that stick out to me. And there was this one, and it was like a mummy, Dracula, a witch, and Frankenstein. And they were standing on this big rock, and you'd push the button and they'd move back and forth, and I'd think they'd sing the Monster Mash, and I would just like sit there doing it over and over and over and over, and then it would like start to die and run out of batteries, and it would like start to get really slow and deep. And then there was this one that I think my dad got at Walgreens, because he worked at Walgreens way back in the day, and it was this crow on a branch. If I have any B-roll or videos or pictures, those will be going up this whole time. Hopefully I can find clips of these somewhere. That would be iconic. It was this crow, and he was sitting on a branch, and he would sing, you spin my head right round, like that song about like, you spin my head round. I don't remember what he would say now, but he would sing like a version of that song in this like creepy little voice. I opened up my scary wings. And he like added all these like crow lyrics to it.
Watch out, here I come. You spin me right round. I'll open up my scary wings. Watch out, here I come.
Nostalgic. Now we're gonna move on to the topic that relates to like the treats. And that is like food and snacks that make me think like vintage Halloween, nostalgia Halloween. First up, popcorn balls. I know popcorn balls still exist, but they are not common. Who hands out popcorn balls? I mean, I haven't trick-or-treated in like 15 years. Who hands out popcorn balls? Is that still a thing? I feel like popcorn balls were everywhere. I would always get like at least 3 when I would trick-or-treat. I can't say I like them. Even though popcorn's like my favorite food, they're not my favorite popcorn balls. They're just messy and sticky. But that reminds me of Halloween. If you have kids that trick-or-treat still, let me know, like, do people still hand out popcorn balls? If I could find a bulk popcorn ball seller, I would love to put some in the trick-or-treaters' little treat bags we're handing out, just to like make myself happy. Another one, those caramel apple suckers. Those definitely still exist, and those I think are still quite popular. Those have like transcended time. I remember being 6 to 8 years old, and I feel like it was the day after Halloween. If you got the caramel apple suckers, you'd go to school and you'd be like, I got the best candy, and kids would like trade anything for them and would want them so bad. It was almost like a status symbol to have the caramel apple suckers. I think like you could chew gum and you could maybe suck on like suckers and like mints. So those were like allowed at school. And so like if you had those and you were like sitting there like doing your homework with a caramel apple sucker, you were like the kid of the class. So good. So good. More sweets, but not candies. I want to talk about Pillsbury sugar cookies. First off, love them. They're amazing. Thank goodness those have never went anywhere. Something I think has went somewhere. And I don't know if I'm having like a Mandela effect about this or something. So there's the jack-o'-lantern Pillsbury sugar cookie, and there's the ghost. Was there not a third one back in the day. I don't remember what it was. I almost feel like it was a black cat. But there was a third Pillsbury Halloween graphic sugar cookie. Please someone tell me that I'm not making this up. Maybe it wasn't a black cat, but I swear that they'd like switch off each year. Like I feel like some years it'd be like the ghost and the cat. And then the next year it'd be like the pumpkin and the cat. And then the next year like the ghost and the pumpkin, and like it would rotate. Like you couldn't count on the same graphic every year. And now I feel like it's always the same. And it's, I mean, not that I dislike them. The ghost is probably my favorite anyways, but I swear, maybe Editing Jack put up a picture. I swear there was another one. I don't know. Also, really random, like, kids' food memory from back in the day. The spooky kids' cuisine, which kids' cuisine, does that even exist anymore? Probably not. I don't think kids' cuisines were very healthy. Kids' cuisine would make, like, it was the penguin guy, the mascot, and he'd be, like, looking like Frankenstein, and he would have, like, spooky chicken nuggets that were shaped like ghosts, and maybe a skull. I can't remember. Maybe a bat. That would make sense. Love that. And I think it was like you get it like a brownie with it, and you got like green and like black sprinkles to put on it. I don't know. Oh, nostalgia. So another memory that I have as a kid is going to Party City. Now, we just went to Party City in the last haunt hunt, the final haunt hunt. I'm pretty sure this memory I have was not there when I went, so it is something that's retired. The costume wall. There was always a huge wall. Like, they didn't have all the costumes hanging out. There was just like an entire wall hallway that just had photos, like model photos of every single costume. And it was like an event. Like you'd go there, you'd pick out which one you want, and they would like bring it out from the back room, almost like buying shoes from a store. You had to like go on the wall and see, and they'd be like, let me see if I have that in a like 4 to 7 youth. Like, memories. Another thing is I know that now there's like Freeform and they have 31 Nights of Halloween and stuff, but who remembers ABC Family 13 Nights of Halloween? I always hated that it was only 13 nights because Christmas was 25 and Halloween only got 13, and that was rude, but it was 13 Nights of Halloween, and I feel like they were more genuine, true, classic Halloween movies, like Hocus Pocus and Halloween Town 2, that type of stuff. And when they started to transition, which maybe it's because they were adding more days and needed to fill in, but I feel like they started to add like Harry Potter and Star Wars and movies where I was like, why is this Halloween? But back in the day, it was like the classics, and I loved it. They also had some that I definitely do not see anymore, and one of those is Twitches. Is Twitches shown on TV anymore? I don't really watch 31 Nights of Halloween because I kind of put together my own now. I feel like Twitches isn't shown very much anymore, and I loved Twitches. Twitches 2, not the best, but Twitches #1 with Tia and Tamara, love. And also, like, My Mom's Dating a Vampire, that was another one back in the day. There were just a lot more back then that I feel like they don't show much anymore. Like, Death Becomes Her might have been on there, and I have not seen that movie in years. I'm gonna watch that in the next couple days because I miss that movie so much. And my last topic that I have to talk about with you guys today, this has actually been really fun. Now I'm like excited for next Tuesday. The old trick-or-treat buckets, what happened to them? Where'd they go? Why are all the new trick-or-treat buckets like actual buckets? They're not the like round jack-o'-lantern anymore. Maybe there's a store somewhere that still sells the classic ones, but the Walgreens ones look messed up even though they're round. The Walmart ones are round, but they have like square teeth and kind of like a goofy face. Target sells like a sand bucket basically with just a jack-o'-lantern on it. What happened to the classic round, sharp, pointy teeth, classic jack-o'-lantern buckets? Though that did not hold enough candy, what happened to them? They were so classic, so amazing. I am glad that Boo Buckets are back. Did you see that Boo Buckets actually has new designs this year? There's gonna be a mummy, a Dracula, Frankenstein, and I think the pumpkin is just redesigned. I'm excited about that. I hope you guys enjoyed this. This was really fun, super quick. I mean, my filming was like 20 minutes. Super fun little like chit chat. Just to like talk about something, because obviously like when we're filming all this stuff, I talk a lot, but I don't just get to like talk about just random stuff. So I think it's fun to have like this designated little bit of time to talk about stuff. Maybe next year, if you guys really, really like this, I could just do a separate Tuesday video each week where I just like talk about a topic like this, but just let me know. I had a good time. Stay tuned for whatever's coming next. I do want to put up the Inferno. That might be the next clip. We finished off the night with our date night at a restaurant called Costa Vida, and then we watched the new episode of Only Murders in the Building. Good morning, ghouls and ghosties. It is the morning of Wednesday currently, and I'm taking our puppy, our little Frenchie, William, to a little puppy appointment. He's just got to get like a normal checkup. He hasn't been for a hot minute, and he also needs his nails trimmed really bad. So that is where I'm off to this morning. Smartest idea ever on earth in the face of the world. Best idea of all time. Not putting up the Inferno yesterday. So last night we had this huge windstorm that was horrifying me. I could hear it out the window and I was like, please don't knock down Skelly. And then in the middle of the night, I heard a crash and I was like, no. But it was actually my pumpkin stack, which obviously is still not good. My jack-o'-lantern stack from Home Depot. They are okay since they're just like big blow molds. Honestly, I just stood them back up. They're a little tilted. I gotta put some weight in the bottom of them because they're on my sidewalk, so they can't be like staked in. But I'm so happy I couldn't put the Inferno up last night. It was gonna rain, and so I just didn't put him up. I would love to today, and I ordered some stakes from Amazon that will come tomorrow. So I might today, I might tomorrow. I will for sure by tomorrow. I will for sure have by tomorrow night my Inferno pumpkin set up. I'm gonna drop Will off, and I do have to stop at Michael's to look at some florals. Let's begin our Wednesday, shall we? Little Will was pretty nervous, but he was a big, strong boy, and he did so good at his checkup. After I had dropped him off, I quickly stopped at a local Aldi store, and they did have some Halloween stuff out that I hadn't seen when I went earlier in the season. Nothing really stood out to me. Online, I saw that there was black garlic mayo with a Dracula casing to it. I didn't find that at mine though, so I didn't pick up anything. Guys, look what I got from Urban Outfitters. Oh my gosh. It's the Halloween Town original soundtrack. It's on this like see-through orange vinyl. I'm so excited. It said back ordered, but it came really quick actually. I'm so excited. Mike, are we excited? Not Mike, I guess. Are we excited, Mike? What is this? I just picked up Will and dropped him off at the house. I put on my spooky flannel that kind of goes with my spooky witch running into a tree shirt. And I'm actually stopping at Party City because Ryan needs a piece for his costume tonight. And then I'm going to Target for something. Like, what am I getting here? I don't remember, but I am gonna run those. And I just remembered I need to switch to my Dracula bag to go with my costume tonight. I guess you guys are gonna know super soon anyways. So I'm gonna go to Party City and Target, and I'll show you if I buy anything spooky. I am getting a couple things. I got a little Skelly because Ryan doesn't know where mine went. I got some bottle brush trees that I'm actually gonna keep for Christmas time. This is for my spooky Christmas tree, and then I've been kind of wanting to try these, so I'm gonna get a couple of those. I also just want to show you guys that I love the art styles on these. Like the spooky marshmallows. Love. Should I probably be editing YouTube videos? Yes. What am I doing? I set up these lanterns that I just showed you guys that I bought. And then I also put up the big like Target lantern over there too. And I put up these two lights back here. I'll have to show you guys kind of a night update. I'm excited to see them once it gets a little darker. No, I'm not losing it. I'm currently putting on my costume. Ryan is not home yet. His is gonna be a lot easier than mine, but I'm currently putting on my costume. How do I look? Undead? Well, good. Okay, life update. How do I look? Still more to do, but progress. You can probably start to tell who I'm gonna be. Here's another update, and I need the lights off to be able to see this one. I'm glowing. I'll tell you why in a second. I can't believe this worked. Can anyone tell what I'm supposed to be yet? Let me just put on my shirt and stuff, and I'll explain why I'm blue and why I pointed out that I was glowing. Okay guys, so I will get a better picture when we are at the actual wine tasting, but I am Dracula, clearly. And to explain why I am glow in the dark and blue and stuff like that is, I think I told you guys earlier, it's a wine tasting, but it's a wine tasting for 19 Crimes. And 19 Crimes is that like Snoop Dogg wine company. And they have a limited edition Universal Studios Monsters collaboration wine. They are doing two. One is Dracula and one is Frankenstein. And the kitschy thing about them is they glow in the dark. And so this is the Dracula bottle. He's blue and he glows in the dark. So I am going as the 19 Crimes Dracula. Like I said, this is a competition. This is like my competition show. This is a competition. I want to win. It just says win big. I have no clue what that means, but there are like runner-ups and stuff. But like, come on. I have to win. I am what we're here for. Like, come on. So I'm really excited. Ryan's just finishing up. He's gonna be Bob Ross, which I will get a picture of him or a video of him as well when he's done. But he got home like maybe an hour ago. We're actually going with my aunt and uncle and then my mother. She's gonna pick us up. So Debbie, my mom, is not as into wine as me. So she's like, I'll drive. And I was like, thank you, Debbie. Let me just like vlog as Dracula. I don't want my neighbors to see me. That'd be embarrassing. And I think I'm gonna tell the people there that this is not blood coming down. It's red wine. I was just getting high off my own supply. I'm literally in my window right now by my front door. Could you imagine if someone looks in? My default character is always Dracula. I am very confident in myself and how this turned out. Yes, it took me 2 hours. I started prepping like 2 hours ago and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't need this much time, do I? I'm probably doing this way too early. And what do you know? I barely am making it. My mom's gonna get here in like 2 minutes. I'm going to get ready to go and then I'll get some more footage when we get there. We've arrived. To fit the part even more, I am using Dracula bag. I'm joined by Bob Ross. How are you? How do you feel?
I'm good, thank you.
And the Wicked Witch of the Midwest. The Wicked Witch of the Midwest.
You're not gonna fit on that broom, I'm sorry.
Good morning, ghouls and ghosties. Welcome to Thursday. So today I am for sure putting up the Inferno jack-o'-lantern pumpkin man. I know for sure because my mother is actually coming over this afternoon to help me. Ryan has an after-school kind of like teacher gathering. So I was like, Debbie, you will help me because I'm getting this up today and I definitely am not gonna go up 12 feet to put the head on alone. Otherwise, I have some work to do today. I don't really know how much other spooky ooky kooky stuff is going on, but if there is anything, of course, I will show you guys. We had a blast last night at the wine tasting. It was really fun. A lot of people were saying that my costume was pretty good, so they have not announced the winners yet, but we will see it. I will definitely let you guys know as soon as I do know who won or if we won. There was like a drawing for hoodies. I'll let you know if we won that. And I can't believe we made it through the whole week. This has been really fun and it's, I feel like, worked out pretty well. So I hope you guys have been enjoying it. Okay, so my mom and I are finally gonna put up Inferno. So here are his pieces all spread out. There's his head in a box. But I do have something that I just got at the consignment store that I have to show you guys before. It's pretty amazing. At the consignment store. Well, first off, it was behind me when I walked in, and Debbie, my mom, all of a sudden just screams and points behind me, and I was like, I thought there was like a bug on me or something on the ground behind me, but she knows how much I love blow molds, so she saw this blow mold. I've been hunting for this one for so long. I can also just tell by the plug that it's like a vintage, like an actual vintage one, but it was 25 bucks, which is a steal because these things are like 200 bucks online. So I am so excited to have this spooky blow mold totem pole. It's amazing. So I'll have to plug it in later and show you guys at night, but I'm very pumped. We got an update. He is almost up, minus his head is not connected yet. I am actually gonna leave him down until about like 8 o'clock tonight. As you can see, it's a little windy and some things have fallen down. There's like 40-mile-an-hour winds, but by 7 o'clock, they're supposed to die down. Plus, I'm getting steaks in the mail to hammer them in from Amazon. So I'm gonna wait till like 8 or 9. But on a positive note, they work. I'm working on a couple things with the puppies, some spooky things, and then of course I'm actually putting the video together right now that you're seeing. And I'm watching Trick or Treat. Ryan doesn't want to see this year, but I do. This is like one of my favorite movies. It's I think a little too creepy for him, but I freaking love Trick or Treat. Okay guys, I just have to check in really quick. We just got the email from the wine tasting event and Ryan and I took first place. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I was quite confident in my costume. We won, we just got the email, and we win like some bougie Arctic cooler that like is usually $200 to $250. And I think it might say 19 crimes on it. Could you imagine if it had like Frankenstein or Dracula on it? I think I'd die, but I am so pumped. So I'll have to insert the picture that they sent us. I'm super excited. So I just wanted to update you guys that we did win. My aunt just texted me and she's like, did you get the email? So we won. All right, ghouls and ghosties, as the finale for the first week of VLOGOWEEN, I'm gonna show you all of my setup outside thus far. I'm pretty close to being done, but I just got the Inferno up and he's fantastic. It's still a little windy, but it's not too bad, but I have everything lit up. I feel like every day I hear people walk by out the window and they're like, oh, look, that's new today. What do you think they're gonna add tomorrow? Because like, I've just been like trickling it all up. So there's a lot of stuff out there. So I'm going to show you guys now, and then I will bid you adieu until next VLOGOWEEN episode next week, 1 week from today, next Friday at night. I'm gonna start filming tomorrow for that one. So I think they're gonna go Friday to Thursdays because it'd be too hard for me to film tomorrow and put it in this video. Anyways, they're gonna be Friday to Thursdays. This is the end of this one, so enjoy my outdoor lights and I will see you guys next week. Goodbye.